look back, he knew, and be horrified with himself, not just because of what he had done and not done at the terrible moment, but because he had continued driving on past his house, down to the 24-hour convenience store at the end of the street, and he had bought a pack of cigarettes, which he hadn't done in 5 years. And after stumbling with a couple of matches, he got a cigarette lit, and he stood outside the store, listening to the mumble of trucks out on 95, looking up at the hazy sky, imagining stars, blowing smoke toward the flickering streetlight above the car. The first cigarette seemed to disappear after only a moment, and so he lit another. He held it between his fingers and watched the paper and the tobacco leaves spiral into embers and ash. He had no memory of driving home from the convenience store. He did not know how long he had sat in the driveway at his house. He was sensitive to the progress of light during the day, but night confounded him. Its darkness always similar, or so he supposed, though he expected a scientist would tell him this was not true, that night was as variegated as day, and he tried to see it now, staring out the window of the car, but there was no depth to the night, no progress. He would need to open the door of the car to get out, but he did not know how he could walk into the house without passing by the front of the car, and he did not want to see it, and so he continued to stare out at the darkness and to inhale the memory of the cigarette smoke on his clothes and hands, a scent that felt like crumbled glass. Rhonda would not wake up when he walked upstairs and slipped into bed beside her. She took her sleeping pills at 10 each night and no longer woke before 7 in the morning. She said she never dreamed, and she missed dreaming because many of her paintings had been based on dreams, and now she didn't know what to paint. He needed to make sure he was able to get breakfast for her in the morning.